Steve, thinking, why can't I just get things done anymore? One of my oldest friends, Steve, going through a lack of focus in this video. We are going to know the journey of Steve about how he can be more focused, and stay with me till the end of the video to know what he does for that. Let's start Steve's struggle and frustration. Steve, thinking, what happened to me? I used to be so driven. Now even the simplest tasks feel impossible. He checks his phone, looking at the endless notifications and unopened emails. He sighs, tossing the phone aside in frustration. Steve had once been the go-to guy, someone everyone admired for his focus and discipline. But lately he'd lost his edge. His focus was gone, his discipline wavering, and his to-do list kept growing. The coffee chat with Vishal. Steve is sitting with his friend Vishal in a cozy coffee shop, looking drained and frustrated. He stares into his coffee cup, avoiding eye contact. Steve said, I don't know what's happening to me, Vishal. It's like I can't focus anymore. My to-do list is a mile long, and I don't even know where to start. I just feel stuck. Vishal gently said, Steve, maybe you're taking on too much. Sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, it helps to take a step back and look at your habits. Can I ask, do you ever find yourself, distracted in certain ways? Steve hesitates, embarrassed, but nods. Vishal said, that might be playing a role here, man. Sometimes these habits can drain our mental energy without us even realizing it. Look, November's coming up. What if you tried the No Nut November challenge? Just as a reset. Steve looks uncertain, but he nods slowly, the idea sparking a glimmer of hope. Steve said, maybe you're right. I'll give it a shot. 1 month, I can handle that, right? Steve, thinking, No Nut November? What's the point of all this? But maybe this is what I need. The first signs of change, finding focus, day 7. Steve sits at his desk, feeling restless. He glances at his phone but resists the urge to pick it up. He takes a deep breath and refocuses on his work. By the end of the first week, Steve noticed small changes. Without the usual distractions, he found his mind feeling sharper, his focus slowly returning. Mr. Joe, his boss, notices his improved work and approaches his desk. Mr. Joe, I've noticed you've really been on top of things this week, Steve. Keep this up and I see good things in your future. Steve's heart skips a beat. He hadn't felt this level of accomplishment in a while. Steve, smiling, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. As Mr. Joe walks away, Steve feels a hint of pride, a feeling he'd been missing for far too long. Breakthrough, new energy and motivation. Day 15. Steve is at the gym, pushing himself through a tough workout. He catches his reflection in the mirror, noticing a subtle but powerful change in his eyes. Determination. Steve, thinking, this No Nut November challenge, maybe it's more than just resisting temptation. I feel stronger, like I can actually take control. By the second week, Steve felt a surge in energy. He was stronger, more focused, and motivated. It was as if a fog had lifted, and he was seeing things clearly again. In that moment, he realizes how good it feels to push himself, to be disciplined in something so challenging. Reflecting on the journey, empowerment and control, day 25. Steve is sitting at his desk, mapping out his goals. His phone rings. It's his friend Brooke calling. Brooke, dude, you're really still doing that no nut challenge? How have you lasted this long? Steve, honestly, it stopped being about just resisting. It's about something bigger now. I feel in control, Brooke. It's empowering. Brooke, control? Over what? Steve, my mind used to be all over the place, but now it's like I have this clarity. I'm not constantly distracted. I can focus on what actually matters. There's a pause as Brooke considers this, sensing how genuine Steve sounds. A new beginning, growth and self-discovery. Day 30. Steve is giving a presentation at work. His boss, Mr. Joe, watches, impressed by Steve's focus and clarity. By the end of the month, Steve felt like a new person. He had regained the clarity, focus, and discipline he'd once had. but now with a new sense of purpose. After the presentation, Mr. Joe approaches Steve. Mr. Joe, you've really stepped up this month, Steve. I think it's time we talk about new responsibilities and a promotion. Steve smiles, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment. What had started as a simple challenge transformed Steve's life. It wasn't just about resisting, it was about rediscovering his discipline, his inner strength, and the clarity he'd lost. Steve, thinking and smiling. Sometimes the toughest challenges bring out the best in us. The takeaway, encouragement for other. Steve, this challenge wasn't just about control. It was about self-discipline, about proving to myself that I could focus on what really matters. If you're struggling, maybe it's time to challenge yourself. You might surprise yourself with what you can achieve. Sometimes the biggest battles are within. Challenge yourself, and you might find the strength you never knew you had. Here is most important part of video. How can you plan a week for No Nut November? Daily routine for No Nut November. This routine should be changed week by week. Here is a 4-week routine. Week 1. Laying the foundation goal of this week. Develop mindfulness and replace old habits with healthy alternatives. Week 1. Morning routine. Meditation, 5 to 10 minutes. Start with mindfulness meditation to help you observe your urges without acting on them. Cold shower. Cold exposure helps reduce cravings and builds resilience. Journaling. Write down your reasons for joining NNN. Track emotions and challenges. Week 1. Daily activity. Physical exercise. Incorporate 30 to 45 minutes of exercise daily. It could be jogging, weight training, or yoga. Physical activity redirects sexual energy into productive outlets. Read or listen to self-improvement content. Dive into books, podcasts, or videos related to personal growth. Week 1. Night routine. Evening reflection. Journaling. Reflect on urges you encountered during the day and how you handled them. Unwind without technology. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. Read a book or engage in a calming activity. Week 2. Building momentum. Goal of this week. Strengthen your mental resilience and discipline. Week 2. Morning routine. Add gratitude practice. Write 3 things you're grateful for each morning to shift your focus from urges to positivity. Progressive exercise routine. Increase the intensity of your workouts to release excess energy. Try more challenging exercises or increase duration. Week 2. Daily activity, learning new skills. Take up a hobby or skill you've always wanted to learn. This could be a new language, instrument, or coding. The goal is to replace idle time with learning and growth. Accountability. Partner, if possible, connect with a friend or community doing NNN to share progress and challenges. Week 2. Night routine. Mindfulness reflection. Practice observing your thoughts about the challenge, focusing on urges and how they arise. Learn to be present with them without reacting. Week 3. Staying strong. Goal of your 3-week. Focus on sustaining discipline and enhancing personal growth. Week 3. Morning routine. Visualization, 5 minutes. Visualize your goals for the month and the person you want to become after the challenge. Feel the energy and positivity of successfully completing the challenge. Week 3. Morning exercise. Keep your workouts dynamic and interesting. Try outdoor activities or fitness classes to keep it engaging. Week 3. Daily activity. Limit social media. Reduce exposure to content that may trigger sexual urges. Practice social media detox for at least a few hours a day. Deep work sessions, 2 to 3 hours. Implement focus blocks in your day where you work without distractions, boosting your productivity. Week 3. Night routine. Intentional disconnect. Reinforce the habit of avoiding screens before bed. Focus on reading, journaling, or other relaxing offline activities. Week 4. Achieving mastery. Goal of your 4-week. Cultivate long-term habits and maintain mental clarity for the future. Week 4. Morning routine. Affirmations. Repeat daily affirmations that strengthen your self-belief. Affirmations like, I have control over my mind and body, or I am disciplined and focused. Engage in morning sunlight. Get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight in the morning to boost your mood and energy naturally. Week 4, daily activity, creative project. Channel your energy into a creative or personal project, writing, painting, music. Creativity can help you express yourself while staying focused on your goals. Community contribution. Engage with like-minded communities or offer guidance to others facing similar challenges. Helping others helps you stay accountable. Week 4, night routine. Celebrate progress. Take time to appreciate how far you've come. Reflect on your journey, challenges faced, and victories achieved. Post-challenge reflection from December 1st. Your goal: learn from the experience and plan for future growth. 1. Journal the experience. Reflect on how NNN has impacted you. What did you learn about your impulses, habits, and self-control? 2. Evaluate your progress. Did you notice improved focus, productivity, or discipline? Identify key areas of improvement. 3. Create new goals. Set new challenges or goals for December and beyond. NNN is not just about abstaining for a month, but about personal growth and self-improvement. If you watched the till now, here is bonus for you. Tips for success. Stay busy. Idleness often leads to distraction. Keep yourself engaged in productive or creative tasks. Avoid triggers. Steer clear of content or situations that might trigger urges. This might include certain social media platforms, websites, or environments. Community support. Being part of an online or offline community with a shared goal can provide encouragement, advice, and accountability. Mindfulness training. Continuously practice mindfulness and meditation to better observe your impulses without reacting. Reward yourself. When you reach milestones, 1 week, 2 weeks, etc., treat yourself with small, non-sexual rewards to celebrate your progress. Self-control is key. The challenge is less about abstinence and more about gaining control over your desires. Replace the habit. Don't just suppress urges, replace them with positive habits like exercise, reading, or creativity. Growth-oriented mindset. Use No Nut November as a stepping stone for bigger personal growth and lifestyle changes beyond November. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe.